Coach, you always want to start well. How would you rate their effort today?
I think I'd have to rate, bench included, that's about as good as we can play, and as far as energy and effort. I felt like our backs were up against the wall today. I told them this was a Super Bowl game of the year to me, and each game after that would be a Super Bowl. I thought the two most impactful players on the floor today had 6 points, and Eric McGill and Aaron Cook. They had 6 points, and they impacted the game as much as anybody. Everybody always wants to point to guys that scored, but these guys had 12 assists and 2 turnovers between the two of them. That's phenomenal. And what they both did defensively and what Sean Lloyd did defensively today, I thought that was a huge key. We've not guarded lately. It was an emphasis coming into this game, especially what happened to Drake. We didn't rebound. We got out-rebounded the last time we played these guys. They shot 48%. Batman and Robin had 45 points. So you just saw our game plan going in today. Out-rebound them, don't let them shoot 48%, and stop Batman and Robin. And that was it. That was the game plan. We never talked about, literally never talked about offense other than share of the ball. The only thing we did today is we turned the ball over. We turned it over 14 times. I don't know how many. I don't know how to read these new stat sheets here. We haven't caught up to that at Carbondale.
18 and 14.
I don't know how many points they scored off our turnovers. Do you guys have that stat?
Looks like 13 maybe.
Yeah, and that's too much. That's too much. So we got to quit turning the ball over, but I'm not going to complain. We played well today. We played well.
You were able to play physical with their guards. How was Lloyd able to keep Key off the free throw line, not create?
Show your hands. Show your hands. I don't even know how many he shot today, free throws, but he shot 3. But KJ Riley's the other player like that at Evansville. They're both like that, and he gets to the league or gets to the line better than anybody in the league, with the exception of KJ, and better than most guys in the country. You'd know more what he gets to NCAA, but he's ranked he's ranked highly getting to the free throw line. So, that's all been our emphasis for the last 2 days. And I thought our guys bought into what our game plan was. This is what we have to do. And you have to, when we play Greg's teams, we know what they do extremely well, and it just kills other teams. And we try to do the best job that we can to take them out of what they do best. And we didn't do that at our place, but we did that today. And with the exception of Rickman. Rickman still bothered us.
Barry, offensively, that you've always had success with getting, Pippen or whoever your post was down low, drawing defender, and then kicking or taking advantage of a one-on-one. What makes that work so well?
Well, one thing right now for us is because if you look out there on the perimeter, and I know Aaron's numbers aren't great from the 3, but Eric McGill's plus 40, Armand Fletcher's a plus 40, Sean Lloyd's a plus 40. You look out there, and I don't know if I said E or not, it's plus 40, but when you get those guys out on the perimeter, you can't double Kavion. And you saw what he did today. I think he had 5. No, he had 4. He had 4 assists and only 1 turnover today. And there was a play in the second half, I would say after the first media timeout, it was a side-out play. We said we're going to throw it in, and you're going to throw it back out to Armand, and Armand made the 3. And I thought that was the breaking point right there. It went from, if I'm not mistaken, 11 to 14, and that was specific a play. So it always helps when you have a big guy that can pass the basketball, but more so than anything, it helps when you got those guards out there that can all shoot threes.
How much has Fletcher improved as a post player?
Well, I don't think he's improved a whole lot, Todd, but he's getting better. The thing that he did today is he got down there, stuck his nose down there, and got rebounds. And that's what he's got to do for us. He had 8 rebounds today, so that helps us. But he could certainly be a better because there's so many times that he gets switched out on. He gets little guys. You start hearing us yell mouse, and we're going to go to him. One of the reasons he has success is because Kavion can make the passes to him.
You'd be pleased with your defense in that stretch, Gary. The stretch you're talking about where Armand hit that shot. I think you guys scored 2 times in 10 possessions and increased your lead.
Yeah.
Obviously, what does that say about your defensive?
It was the whole thing going in today. Like I said, we never talked about offense. It was everything that we talked about. Get stops, get stops, get stops. And if you'd have been, I'm sure you heard our bench, all we talked about was get stops. 3 stops in a row, 4 stops in a row, just build on that. And we just keep telling our guys, lose yourself into the game defensively. And today's the first thing we've done. It'd be nice if I could sit here and tell you, hey, boys, that's who we are. That's what we do. That's what we'd like to be, because we certainly haven't been that until today. And hopefully we can take that with us to Valpo, because that's the last thing we talked about when I came out of the locker room. I let it go. I'm done. Indiana State's over. We're moving on to Valpo.